the Switch 2 mouse controls you can use on your pants. So if you weren't following, if you're just sitting there in your chair and you like the vibration from, what's that wheelchair game, Drag X Drive, you like the vibration from Drag X Drive where you move the mouse back and forth and they spin the wheels on a wheelchair. Don't worry, guys. If you want to rub it on your ass so that you can really feel like you're in a wheelchair and just grip yourself from the back, make yourself stand up on your tippy toes and rub it all up on your ass crack and make yourself feel good, don't worry, it'll work. Because according to Nintendo producer, according to this particular Nintendo producer whose name is highlighted on screen, highlighted on screen, he said, or she said, that usually the table is quite far away from where you're sitting on the sofa, so it generally depends on the material. But we've made adjustments so that you can control the mouse on your pants. According to a Games Radar report, I don't know why, if you've had the chance to play this, Drag X Drive, but you can play it using a mouse controller on your pants. There were some people on the development team for whom that was their preferred way of playing the game. So if you're a lonely ass nigga and you want to simulate the feeling of the tooties or the niggas rubbing up on your pants leg, just go ahead, play Drag X Drive, and now it won't look weird when you get lonely in public and you start rubbing yourself on the leg and moaning. Say you welcome, Nintendo. Say you welcome, Nintendo. I mean, say thank you, Nintendo, so they can say you welcome. This one I more so wanted to just mention real quick. I don't remember what the actual... So the Switch 2 has a shorter battery life than the Switch 6. To me, this information doesn't fucking matter because, again, the Switch is a Smash Bros. Machine, so I will only be playing this bitch docked. I've played my Switch undocked maybe 5 times just to see what it was like. I will never play the Switch outside of the dock because, again, I'm gonna repeat this 100 times till it's backwards. This shit is a Smash Bros. Machine. I do not give a fuck about Tears of the Kingdom. I do not give a shit about Mario Odyssey. Nigga, I barely played Animal Crossing. If I put up Animal Crossing right now, all the motherfuckers on my island, they gonna be walking up to me like this, legs shaking, ribs touching. Where have you been, my niggas? We've been starving. Niggas gonna start throwing up their internal organs and shit like that when I pop back up out the cut. Niggas gonna be saying, all my life I had to fight without you. So, yeah. Just for those of y'all that care, the Switch, you wanna play that bitch undocked, you're gonna get a lot of use out of both those, the USB-C charging cable ports. Another thing you're gonna get a lot of use out of, these SD cards. These SD cards. Now, I'm glad Nintendo doesn't have proprietary cards. They do have cards that they license and sponsor, but they don't have proprietary cards. But they cost $60. By the way, before tariffs and before tax. And then if you get it on like Amazon or something like that, who's to say that there isn't shipping on top of that if you don't have Prime? So again, gaming's getting expensive. It's very, very, very expensive. $256. Y'all want it? Y'all want it? Just letting y'all know, if you want to be able to actually play games on the Switch, you're probably gonna need one of these if the Switch is gonna be your main platform, if you're gonna play a significant amount of games. Like if you were thinking about getting an SD card for the Switch, yeah, this is your option. Because it's going to be some time before they figure out how to trick the system and accepting a terabyte like they did with the Switch 1. Another thing I wanted to mention is the Switch. They're trying to crack down on scalpers, and I've talked about this before. So, short version, you basically have to have a Nintendo Switch Online membership, an active paid membership, and you have to have spent a significant amount of time playing Switch games within like the last 6 months. Then they'll send you an email when it's time if you like select it, and they'll be like, hey, the Switch is up for pre-order, come by guys. And that being said, let's talk about let's watch a video where somebody talks about a Switch game. I think I got 2 videos lined up. Do I? No. Next we're talking about more Nintendo related shit. Actually, I'll talk about this stick drift related shit first. And the last thing I wanted to give y'all a little bit of an update on is apparently Nintendo said that don't worry guys, we're aware that the sticks drifted on our first one, and they probably have potentiometer sticks. Didn't see any reports saying specifically that they had it, but potentiometer sticks are significantly cheaper to the point to where they're cheaper and they make more money because they're more likely to fuck up and break, meaning you're gonna buy another set of controllers, which puts money in their pockets. Nintendo what the fuck is that word? Assurges? What the fuck is that word? Bitch, I know I'm in the article. Assuage. Make less intense. Okay, so we learned a new word. Nintendo assuages fears of stick drift on Switch 2, but remains coy on specifics. I want to see the quote. I don't give a fuck about that. Where is in a developer feature from Nintendo that was published yesterday, probably their website. Nintendo's team mentioned that the Switch 2 Joy-Con were built from the ground up. Yeah, you have to build every controller from the ground up, nigga. You gotta get the plastic parts. You gotta mold everything. You gotta shape everything. You gotta have a machine connect and solder all the parts together. Like, yeah, nigga, they were all built from the ground up. Never fall for bullshit corpo speak. Today, they're doubling down on that fact and doing their best to stop any stick drift. While Nintendo isn't sharing any specifics on how they are built, they're very bullish on thumbsticks being up to the challenge this time around. As you may have witnessed and felt, the new Joy-Con 2 controllers for Nintendo Switch 2 have been really designed from the ground up, from scratch, and they have been designed to have bigger and smoother movement. Where in this quote do you see them say we're trying to fix and fight stick drift? Because he just said the sticks are better at being sensitive. I don't know. It looks like you're grasping for straws, hoping that means something that you want it to mean, but that it really doesn't mean. On to this Donkey Kong trailer.
Hello and welcome to Eurogamer's continuing
1.5 this
Switch 2 preview event in Paris. It's all been announced. We know lots of games that are going to be on the new machine. I'm going
to skip forward some. I want to see the game. I want to see some of the gameplay.
The Super Nintendo game.
Wait, hold on.
Best platforming game bar Mario. It was one of the most played games on my Super Nintendo. I loved it.
Yeah, so I can imagine. I don't know if you got to see this in any of the demo, but obviously in the showcase we got glimpses of 2.5D levels that really evoked the Super Nintendo.
Okay, so it switches back and forth between 2D and 3D. I always love that from a game.
It's a 3D adventure game, action adventure, as it's been described, and it's full of destructible stuff, destructible environments, destructible objects, destructible terrain.
Okay,
it's a bit Red Faction. That's a really
it's all voxels, hidden stuff, but this is like a kind of technical showcase almost for the Switch 2 because
because this does look clean.
The ground, you can burrow under things. You can kind of make
so you could freely just break into the ground.
Destruction where you'll pummel into the ground and you'll find.
That's gonna be annoying as fuck for trying to find collectibles, because I guarantee you there's gonna be a lot of collectibles in just random ass spots where it's you have to go to these exact coordinates and break through the ground. And because Donkey Kong I can't think of an excuse to give Donkey Kong detective vision to make a sensor that says, hey, go down in the ground and bash right here to find a collectible. This game look like it's about to be annoying as hell, boy.
And you'll find a treasure thing. It's very this.
Unless it's certain dedicated spots, it's gonna be real fucking annoying, bro.
Stuff happening on screen at once.
Yeah, it's one of the first things they've shown where you're just okay, this definitely needs the new hardware to just work at all. Because you can imagine like the new Mario Kart could probably squeeze onto the original Switch.
No, it cannot.
It's just
stop that shit. No, it cannot.
Yeah.
The Mario Kart that is there barely works, and that shit's a Wii U game.
We got to play at the event. It was about 10-minute long demo, and it starts off right at the beginning of the game.
Wish Nintendo would release those so we can play it, the customers.
It's this new area where,
but they don't have to because we gonna buy it anyway.
Ingot Isle, I think that's it. But basically, Donkey Kong. To emphasize the fact that this game is about destroying stuff, the first thing you have to do is press Y 3 times so that Donkey Kong like smashes through a wall. And then the first area is in this mine, and it's a tutorial bit where you can wander around. You have to punch these massive bananas to get like bonus points, but and you learn that you can punch through walls and like make little burrows, and then you can jump up ground pound through floors and things like that. And it teaches you the basics before then, like after about 5 minutes, ejecting you out into this big 3D open world. Which
is it fully or semi? Like how?
As
like I wonder,
like you can press the trigger.
Like I wonder if it's fully or semi open world. Like in terms of, can you in theory get to any other part of the world from any part of the world? Like, all right, difference between a semi-open world is like Mario Odyssey, where you had to travel to different worlds that were really just levels that didn't tell you which way to go strictly. Like they were designed so you know what way to go, but they didn't specifically tell you, okay, go forward 3 blocks, make a left. Like, no, they was just like, you're in the level now. I wonder if it's going to be semi-open world like that, or is it going to be fully open world like Grand Theft Auto, for example, where you could go from anywhere in Los Santos to anywhere in what's the upper part? Like you know what I'm talking about though, like the upper part of the map, the desert. You could go from you go from San Andreas to Los Santos. Wait, hold on. Let me look up the GTA map if I sound stupid. GTA map. Oh, Los Santos. Yeah, okay, I know I'm not bugging. Los Santos is the name of the place. But hide all streets. So you see how you could go from East Los Santos to Mount Chiliad. Yeah, you could go from you could drive all the way from East Los Santos to Mount Chiliad without having to load in a new level, without having to go through a boot screen where you get in a spaceship or you watch a cutscene of a car driving down the road. No, you can actually get in a car and drive from point A to B, or a helicopter or whatever. That's what I mean when I say semi-open world or fully open world. That's a question that I have.
Pull up a piece of like rock from the floor, and then it'll leave a crater in the floor, and you can use that to throw at enemies or throw explosive balls to explode things. The most is that it's fully like, because he's a Donkey Kong, because he's a monkey, he can climb anything, and you don't have like the Breath of the Wild kind of slow stamina. You literally just press.
Oh, so you just climb. Like a big. That's what I like, arcadey, video gamey type shit.
Absolutely. It's.
I'm not gonna lie, one of the least fun mechanics to ever enter video games was fucking stamina bars. I hate that shit, especially in any kind of like action combat game. Like, yeah, it's realistic for you to swing your sword and go, but that shit ain't fun to me. I don't have fun fighting this big ass monster boss, and instead of cutting this bitch down, chopping him down to size, living out a power fantasy, I go, shit. Oh, god damn. Yo, time out. Give me a minute. Woo! Woo! This 28 ton sword heavy as a bitch, bro. No, I don't want to go through all that.
A big power fantasy where you're running around smashing through things, throwing rocks at enemies. There's like
point of order. All power fantasies are technically 8 ones, right?
This one though, one is it's full of personality. Like I know a few people have been like, oh, I don't like the new look of Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I don't like it too much, but it's its own thing. I don't mind.
It's definitely not the same design that Kevin Bayliss did when he did the rare stuff. But he's still,
the rare design is still better, but
Donkey Kong doesn't speak.
This one isn't bad.
All of his
I would hope not.
His emotions and almost what he's saying is shown on his face in like close-ups and cutscenes and things. It's a very fun fun game that mixes, you know, a bit of puzzling, a bit of exploration with this kind of like Red Faction style destruction. And one of the things I asked the
punch and go
who were manning the booths is, you know, what happens if you destroy loads of stuff and you can't get somewhere? Like, does it ever grow back, or what happens? If you go into, there are areas you have to go through loading screens to get to. So if you ever come back, it's all like it refreshes.
So it's semi-open world, like I said.
If you're stuck, there is an option to reset the world. Like, so if you've gone like crazy punching mad and you can't get to like a secret up the top, or something, you can press the button in the options and the whole world will get like re-put back together again. All the burrows you've dug and like walls you've knocked down will come back. And there is a lot to find, including I stumbled across right at the end of the demo a surprise returning character that I wasn't expecting, which was Cranky Kong. Cranky Kong made me a knackering for being a shit monkey. He was cranky with me, but I was like, oh, it's Cranky Kong. I remember him from the Donkey Kong rap. You know, like it was great. It was like it had this like fresh.
Was it funny?
Play? Yeah, because it wasn't jumping in. There was a little bit.
Not talking about the video. I just got reminded of that,
like,
that remix, whatever you want to call it, like that meme edit.
It was good fun. It was like I would have liked to have played more. It felt like my hands-on time with it was very brief, but from what I played, this beginning chunk, this tutorial section and world opener, it seemed like it has a lot of promise, and you know, it looks great, performs really well, good technical showcase for the Switch, and it's about time Donkey Kong had a brand new adventure. He's like been the star of many a remaster recently, you know, like Tropical Freeze HD and Tropical Freeze HD Return.
Oh yeah, those were late Switch games. I expect that.
His own like brand new flagship title. People were saying, oh, maybe there'll be, you know, a new Mario game announced. But I'm kind of glad that, like, you know, he's got Mario Kart. I'm glad Mario's taken a backseat. Yeah. You could have had Mario in a game like this and given him some magic boxing gloves or something.
I'm allowed to say this because I'm
not really
kind of sick of Mario.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not really. No, but I love that.
Yeah, I can understand that to a degree because Mario has a fuck ton of games. Donkey Kong, not so much. So I'm not mad at them giving the Switch a Donkey Kong game at launch. I mean, I prefer some new IPs, but I know it's hard to get them bitches off the ground, and people would rather play sequels, even though they say they wouldn't. Not me though. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll play my sequels here and there, but I also play other shit. I like my original stuff too.
Yeah, so I completely lost my train of thought now.
Something about hating Mario.
There were a lot of rumors about 3D Mario being part of the preview event, and that obviously didn't pan out. I imagine there probably is one in development, but yeah, this feels
probably for later in the Switch's life,
kind of
Switch 2's life,
because like it's a really established character.
It's gonna be weird remembering to say too.
A really premium game, like it's really showcasing the new machine, and just the power of the new machine, and not necessarily like, I mean, I can't imagine it's going to use the mouse controller or anything like that, but just like
this
destruction.
God, I would hope not
to pull off design wise, you know. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a really fun one. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, it's nice being able to run around, just punch the floors and leave a trail behind you of destruction is really cool. Not everything is destructible. Like you get to a layer of solid stuff,
bedrock,
a lot of things. Ooh, and there's metal bits you can't smash through, so you can't just punch all the way down to the like and fall off the bottom of the map.
Take it all back. That's going to be a 4 out of 10 now. If you can't follow through to the molten core of the planet.
You know, like in Minecraft where you've got that layer at the bottom that you can't get through.
Yeah, bedrock. We get it, bro.
Or on a par, maybe it might be on a par with something like Mario Odyssey, where you know it's a 3D adventure game rather than
Mario Odyssey was pretty good,
2.5D, and I love Mario Wonder, but yeah, I think it feels more like on par with a Mario Odyssey style adventure than anything else. But
I did actually feel watching it that it looked a lot like Mario Odyssey in terms of the color palette and the art style and stuff. Which
I was about to say, because I don't know about the art style, but color palette definitely.
And I guess this is Donkey Kong Odyssey in a way.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Odyssey. Donkey Kong destroys the Odyssey. I don't know. Like basically, it looks like it's going to be a great game, really good fun, like nice and easy controls. Everyone loves smashing stuff. It's like that's kids. The first thing they do when they can move is smash things.
Yeah, I like smashing stuff.
Well, no, I say probably. I almost definitely will prefer Mario Kart World to it. I think Mario Kart World is going to be a game that you return to again and again. This might be one that you just play through once. But from the 10 minutes
And you know why people are going to play Mario Kart more? Because you can play with other people. You can play with friends. That goes back to my point. Most people do not play games. Well, in this case, he is a gaming enthusiast, but most people do not play games because they're a gaming enthusiast. They play games because they are talking with my friends enthusiasts, and this is something to talk with their friends over.
I played. I think it's going to be a really good adventure game, and it's definitely one to keep on your radar if you're planning on getting a Switch 2.
Absolutely, it definitely feels like one of the standout first-party titles.
Yeah.
There's a lot going for it. Yeah, and it looks fantastic.
Especially because you don't have to use the mouse.
But yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. I can't.
Damn, that's Mario Party shade.
I haven't pre-ordered the Switch 2, but between this and Mario Kart World, I'm like, maybe I should, maybe. But yes, but
this one won't be a launch game, though. By the way, just
this isn't going to be a launch game.
No, so it comes. The Switch launches in June, I think. And this one comes
in June,
17th of July. So you have to wait a month for it. But that's good. Gives you time to save up for £100,000
to just play Mario Kart. And,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to.
Yeah, I'm good.
Whatever time
I'll wait for the Smash bundle.
Get better at you.
Then I'll pay $1 billion for it.
Thank you so much for getting to the end of this one. I say that like it was.
It's never a chore speaking to you, Jim. Never a chore. No matter what I say,
like to finish or start.
Yeah, they're at the bottom of their talk. Overall, it looks not bad. It looks like a not bad out of 10. That's what it looks like. On to the next thing. Nintendo's fearsome CEO called Shigeru Miyamoto in to ask if Tetris was any good. Who said your secretaries and accountants are all playing at lunchtime and after work, and that's never happened before? Now, for those of y'all who don't know, yesterday, in addition to the egregious pricing of their games, Nintendo announced a lot of things that they said you would have to pay for with the Switch 2 that made everybody in unison go, oh hell no, who the fuck do you think you are? I wanted to bring up this article because Tetris is a game that was genuinely good, that a lot of people played because it came for free with the Game Boy. Wait, either the Game Boy or the Game Boy SP. Let me look it up. Well, actually, doesn't fucking matter. It came for free with a Game Boy. So if you brought a Game Boy, you probably brought Tetris. If you brought Tetris, you probably brought a Game Boy. The new tech demo they have, they are charging you for it. On the Wii U, the tech demo that they sold with the Wii and the Wii U was a free pack-in title. Nintendo sold at launch a game for the Nintendo Switch called 1-2 Switch. Have you niggas ever heard of 1-2 Switch? Do you niggas know what that game is? I already know the answer. I don't have to ask. The answer is no. You don't know what that is. Because you didn't play it. Because you didn't give a fuck. Because you're not paying to play a goddamn tech demo. You're not paying for a game that shows you how the console works. No. That's why Astro's Playroom got Astrobot. Because Astro's Playroom, which in my mind is basically like the first 4 hours of Astrobot, is available for free. So if you're not sure you're gonna like Astrobot, just play Playroom. And if you hate Playroom and you get seething mad at it for some reason, then number one, I don't know how, that's on you. Number two, you have a taste of the console and the different things that the controller and all the accessories and blah 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 do. With the Nintendo Switch 2, they're making you pay for it. Like, Wii Sports is one of the best selling games of all time history and existence. And most of that is because it came free with every Wii. Just like Wii Music. I mean, not Wii Music, what was it? It was something, oh, Wii Sports. Just like how Wii Sports came with every Switch, they need to make this shit come with every Switch. Cause, and I seen a quote or something like that they only wanna, they don't wanna release games, like release tech demos for free because we don't want to give away the hard work of our developers for free. It's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but that's not how business works. Now, I understand that I have a bit of bias as to what's okay and not okay in business, being that I come from a mainly capitalistic country. But come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Wait, did I say misogynistic? I think I said the wrong word. You know what I mean, though. You know what I mean, though. Like, niggas ain't paying for no goddamn tech demo. Hell no. But let's keep reading. And this quote, actually, what I wanted to also add is a great example. Imagine if niggas would have charged $20 for Tetris 1. This game would have went unplayed. It's one of the best selling games of all time. and it frequently sells for less than $20. New entries I'm talking about, not redesigns of old Pac-Man, the old Pac-Man that you no, not redesigns and remakes and stuff like that. Actual new games. Niggas gonna poke that shit with a 6-feet stick and say, when is it coming to PlayStation? We're not fighting that. We're not fighting for that, bro. When is it coming? Well, not, I'm tripping over my words a little bit because I'm excited, but you know what I mean. Japan. Oh wait, what? Oh, the key early partner for Rogers was Nintendo, a company that he'd been fortunate enough to be on good terms with. Rogers had moved to Japan and was unique among foreign developers at the time in being able to build a relationship with Hiroshi, which was also largely down to the fact that they both played Go. What the fuck is that? I'm not even looking that up. That gentleman is also an absolutely central figure in why Nintendo became a hit. Nintendo, we know now, he took over what was a playing card company, blah, blah, blah. Don't give a fuck. Rogers had a business relationship with... I went to visit Sir, because my understanding was that I needed to have a 200,000 minimum order of cartridges for the game to become a hit. Yeah, that one is not really saying nothing, and I really mostly wanted to pull it up for the sake of being able to conversate about what I said. Nintendo, y'all still got 2 months. Make that shit free or ain't nobody else playing it. Niggas is not paying for the console, $660 for the console, and paying on top of that for tech demos. Like, nah, bro, you thought. And second to last, apparently the Wii shop is going to be cleaned up so that it's much better of an experience. That I don't know how to do though. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe this is a little bit controversial, but in terms of applications on the Wii, I probably booted the Wii shopping channel the most out of any application. So use a Windows shopper. So when it comes to the eShop, I wanted to make sure that it was a smooth experience, that the scrolling of the list doesn't stop, and that what? So you open up the app and that bitch is just a carousel wheel constantly moving past you, constantly. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, respectfully, lock up the nigga that thought this was a cool idea. Anyway, so when it comes to the shop, I wanted... What? Oh. I lost my track and I got way confused. So when it comes to the shop, spelled when wrong, I make sure that it was a smoother experience, that the scrolling of the list doesn't stop, that it's very smooth, pages load fast. These are all pages can load as fast as your Wi-Fi can. The switch to technical director added that with those requests, everybody gathered to put all their head. My brain is tired because I'm doing the stream way earlier than usual. The team that created the network service, the team that was in danger, they came up. My brain is trailing off hard. I'm about to cut this article the fuck off. Y'all get my point. And I wanted to talk shit about Nintendo Discord, but I ain't got it in me. I'm tired, boss. That's not too damn bad. That being said, I'm gonna hop on later in the afternoon for some afternoon games, and I'm gonna go smoke some crack so I can wake the fuck up. I did not stop.